Hey guys, Mark here. Welcome to another one of my videos. In this one, I'm going to show you how to tie the 8-stranded globe knot. This knot is excellent for finishing projects such as whips, bell ropes, floggers, cats of nine tails, things like that. The knot is not the easiest to tie, so we're going to break down the tying process into more manageable pieces. Let's begin. For this demonstration, we're going to simulate finishing the end of a handle. So up to this point, we have tied the 8-stranded crown sinnet. The 8-stranded sinnet has a cord, and it was tied 2 strands at a time. This doesn't really matter, you can do the usual one, or one like this. Now, begin with a wall knot. So the 8-stranded wall knot. You take one of the strands, pass counterclockwise under the next strand, take the next strand, pass counterclockwise under the next strand, and the next strand passes counterclockwise under the next one, and so on. The last of our strands passes under and through the loop created by the first strand. Tighten up a bit and you have the 8-stranded wall knot. I'm now going to add a cord for the center of the globe knot. Then we continue with step 2. The second step is the fancy crown knot. This is basically 2 interwoven crown knots. This step is probably the trickiest out of all of them, but we're going to break it down and do it slowly. We're first going to crown the 4 strands of one of the colors. So you take a strand, pass it counterclockwise over the next strand. You take the next strand, pass it counterclockwise over the next strand. You take the next strand and pass it counterclockwise over the last of your strands, and the last of your strands passes top down into the loop created by the first strand. Tighten up a little bit. So this is what you get. A 4-stranded crown knot. Now I'm going to take this strand and I'm going to weave it through these 2 strands, under, over. Like this. I'm going to take this strand and do the same. So under, and over. I'm going to take this strand and pass over and under here on the right. So over, under. And on the left, with the last remaining strand, I pass over and under. Like this. So over, under. And this is the fancy crown knot. We may tighten up a bit, but all in all, this is how it looks like. In the third step, we add an additional tuck with all of our strands. It doesn't matter where you started. You pass over, under, like this. And you do this with all of your strands. Over, under. I'm going to mark down the first strand so that I don't use it twice. Then continue with the next strand. Over, under. And the next strand, over, under. And the next one, 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 over, under. And the final one, over, under. This ties our knot. The final step is going to be to double it up and perhaps triple it up. To double up our knot, each of our strands is going to follow a strand in the wall knot. So this one is going to follow this one. This one is going to follow this one. This one is going to follow this one. They naturally flow one next to the other. It doesn't matter where you start. You take a strand and you follow the strand in the wall knot on its inner side. When you reach another strand, your work with your first strand is complete. So, we have doubled up this strand in the wall knot. Then we continue with the next one. We take our strand and follow the strand in the wall knot on its inner side. Again, when you reach another strand, your work with your second strand is complete. So we doubled up this one. We move on to the next one in the wall knot and double it up on its inner side. Like this. I have again reached another strand. So the work with the third strand is complete. We doubled up this one, so this one is next. Like this. So we doubled up this strand. Then the next one. Like this. And the next one. Here we have two ends. We use the inner one, since this one has already been used. Like this. And this one is next. Like this. This one here is next. Again, we take the inner out of the two ends, since this one has already been used. like this. So I think this is it. Check all of the strands in the wall knot. They are all doubled up, so the knot is also doubled up. To triple it up, we're going to continue exactly the same way. So we begin anywhere in our knot, we pick up a strand and follow the strand in the wall knot. Again on the inner side. When you reach another end, your work with the first strand is complete. So we tripled up this one, so this one is next. Again, we triple up on the inner side. Like this. When you reach another end, your work with the second strand is complete. We continue with this strand, like this. And the next strand, like this. And the next strand, like this. And this one here, like this. And the next one here, we have two strands, we use the inner one. So this one has been used, and we use this one. Like this. And this one here, again we have two ends. We use the inner one, the outer one has been used. Like this. If all of the strands in the wall knot are tripled up, then the knot is also tripled up. And now a few finishing steps. Tuck your strands under the knot to the right. Like this. And the next one and the next, and so on. Like this. The next step is to tighten up the knot. We start at a strand from the wall knot, run it through the entire knot, and into one of the ends. Keep doing this until you get a nice tight knot. Once tightened, trim all of the ends. Try to do it as close to the knot as possible. Finally, tuck the ends under the knot and roll it under a plank to even it out. And that's the 8-stranded globe knot. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you got to this point without too much trouble. Thank you very much for joining me today. Consider supporting the site on Patreon, and I'll see you next time.